guys, it's Griffin and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I have an interesting video that I've been meaning to do for a really long time, but as you guys know, I took a month-long break off of YouTube just for some personal things, and I'll be filming an update video very soon, so make sure to ask questions in the comment section below and I'll be answering some of those in that video as well. So basically, I've had all this makeup for the longest time and I've been wanting to film this video, but I needed to take a mental health break and hit the reset button, but I am back and I'm ready to test it out. So basically what I have in front of me is a full face of Etsy makeup. I have my phone with me as well so I can check and see what stores they're from, how much everything is, and some of them are sample sizes and some of them are full sizes. I got sample in some just because I didn't know my exact color and stuff like that, but I'm really excited to try all this stuff out and see if I prefer homemade makeup versus machine-made makeup that is sold at every store. First up is the primer. So this is the Silk Organic Evening Primrose Makeup Face Primer Neutral Color BB Cream. So is it a BB cream? Wait, I did not read this fully. It said face primer and BB cream, so not entirely sure what it is. It has all 5-star reviews across the board. People say that it smooths lines, diminishes pores, helps set your makeup, and gives a soft and natural glow. People are saying they don't see any added color and that it's a little dry, but besides that, they really like it. So with that all in mind, let's dive in and see how we like it. The ingredients in this are organic evening primrose oil, beeswax, organic something root, it's cut off, powder, and organic kaolin clay. And by the way, this is from the company Sundews and Silk, but this says Silk Halal and Organic. It's sealed. Nice. Smells like Whole Foods. Oh wow, it is very dry. How do you even get, look at this. In there, and I'm trying to like scoop some up, but nothing is coming off onto my finger. Like, how do you get enough up to get onto your face? Like, move it around a little bit so it like warms up and then you can put it on your face. Alright, I've gotten a little bit on my finger. Okay, if I'm looking down here, it's because I have a mirror right here and homegirl can't tell what she's doing in the viewfinder. Like, I'm sorry. Okay. Oh, whoa, this is very thick. Okay, wow. You really need to, like, a little goes a long way. Like, it's almost like clumping up on my face because I didn't realize how much to put on. It also feels like kind of exfoliating. It doesn't like blend out well. I like what it's doing to my skin. I do. It's a nice glow, and also my pores are pretty diminished. There's no lines anywhere. It smooths everything out, but I don't like the texture of it whatsoever, so I don't know if this will be a go-to product. All right, your girl is back and with a wet beauty blender. Now I have from Baddie's Bath, I have whipped foundation samples, and I'm really excited to try these out. I got a few different colors so we could test them out, see which color is actually mine, and go from there. There aren't a ton of shades, but obviously I don't expect a ton when it's like a homemade brand, just because like if it's a huge company and they don't have like 40 shades, I'm like, what are you doing? But if it's like a homemade brand where it's like they literally are making it from their home and selling it on Etsy, I understand a little bit more when there's not as many shades. Without further ado, let's do some swatches. So these are supposed to be buildable coverage, which always excites me because sometimes I like light to medium coverage and other times I'm like, give me all the coverage you can. So I'm excited to see how much I can work with this. Okay, just based off of looking at these, it looks like either porcelain or fawn will be my shades. Let's do some swatches right here so you guys can see in comparison to my arm. Ooh, there's not a lot in here. So this one is buff. Doesn't seem that buildable to me, just based off of that. This next shade is almond. It's so strange, they're very different consistencies. This next one is porcelain. Wow, that's white. The final shade is fawn. I think fawn looks like it'll be my shade. It's a nice mixture in between this one and that one, I think. There's a lot of different colors going on here, but I like the array of colors for a lighter skin tone. I wish they had a few darker shades though. All right, wiping that off my arm. So I'm going to take the color fawn. It's just like the teeniest little baby sample. Hopefully my makeup looks good because I have other things I need to do today. Hopefully it looks done. Okay, girl, I see you. See, I'm a little worried because it looks pretty light right now, but I know it's gonna oxidize. I just hope it doesn't oxidize too peachy. But I really actually like this coverage. I wouldn't say it's full, wouldn't say it's medium either. I would say it's actually kind of a light coverage, but it did say that it was buildable. I just didn't get enough product to build it, just because I got like such a small sample size. But I really like this so far. I'm actually really impressed with this. I want to look at it up close in the mirror. I really like this. What the heck? It's not that I thought didn't like it, but it's just, I don't know, I thought I would enjoy the machine-made, like, Urban Decay type of makeup more so than homemade makeup, but so far I'm really digging this. Alright, so I'm doing a little bit extra on this side just where my redness is, and then blending it out throughout the rest of my face. It's looking kind of weird around my nose. I wonder if you can see that right there. I'm trying to like fix it and maybe blend it out, but I think my issue with it is it just dries down really weird, and I wasn't expecting that, and so I didn't know that I had to blend it out as fast as possible. That's where I went wrong. Next, we are going into concealer, and I got two different concealers. They are called the Petal Concealers, and they are from Dab Herb Makeup, and I have two different shades. This is the color Light, which honestly seems too dark for me. Kind of weird. This is medium. Okay, so we're going with Light, but it's gonna look really weird on my skin, so let's see how that looks. Guess we're going in with Light. We'll go in with a little bit so it's not like too much. Okay, so I'm just dipping my beauty blender in it. So I'm just tapping it out under my eye. Oh, it's not bad. I thought it was gonna be a lot worse color-wise. It looks about the same color as like my foundation, but the coverage is really nice. And now I have setting powder. So I have two different ones. This one is one that I specifically ordered for this, but the color, it actually looks a little dark, but it comes with a little poof, which I like. This one is from Pure Lips, and it is a translucent setting powder with oil control matte finish and a powder puff included. And it's also vegan, which is super cool. So I'm going to open this one up, and because this is the one I purchased specifically for this video and not one of the sample ones I got, I am going to use this one. But let me grab a brush to put it on, just because I don't normally like applying with those little puffs. Alright, so I just tapped my brush in it. I have a bunch of powder on it. I am then going to make sure everything is blended out underneath my eyes so nothing creases. And then set it. It's a little dark. Shoot. This is going amazing. But like, do you see how bright this under eye looks and then how dull and dark this one looks? Kind of disappointing. So now I'm going to finish setting my face. I'm going to just take this little puff and kind of tap it around my face and then finish setting it with this brush. Ooh, what the heck? The setting powder does a good job, but I feel like my face just looks like one flat level and there's not a bunch of dimension to it, so now I'm going to go in with contour and hopefully that can fix it up just a little bit. I'm slightly nervous about that though, because this contour is a mineral makeup bronzer and it is all a loose powder, and I don't have a ton of loose powder bronzers. Okay, so this one is from a company called Bergevin Bay Soap Company, and they're based in Seattle. This is $10 for this little jar. There's just like a little price tag on it. I think you just dip your brush in it, tap off excess, and then go for it. Oh, they put tape on it so that it didn't explode, which I appreciate. Ooh! Except then I made it explode because I opened it all weird. There's a little bit in here, so I'm just gonna swirl my brush around in it and hopefully get some on the brush. I don't think I need to tap off too much excess. And then just start the contour. You can see it a little bit. I like it. It's pretty. See, like, the product is really good. It's just the packaging of it that I don't like for this one. I really like this! Okay, so now we're going to go around the frame of my face just so we can bronze everything up a little bit. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, my skin looks like really flawless. At first I was like, I don't like this, my skin's gonna look terrible. I mean, I don't really know how it's gonna hold up throughout the day, but like, opinions are changing over here. Okay, yay! Now that, whoa, I just clapped and their powder got all over. Before I even get into eyeshadow, I forgot I need to do a primer. So before I get into eyeshadow, I want to do this primer. This is from Crush Cosmetics, and it is an eyeshadow primer, vegan, ivory concealer, mineral makeup, eyeshadow base, cream, light, weight, pale, nude, shade, natural ingredients, blah, 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 blah. That's a lot to read. It's an eyeshadow primer that is just supposed to be like a nude base, and it's supposed to really bring out the pigment in your eyeshadows. And then also I have this palette from Style Cosmetics, and Style is spelled S-T-Y-L. It's a 35 color shade palette, and this is the palette. It's kind of just an all-over palette. It has some of the more neutral tones as well as some fun, playful tones down here. I'm excited to go into this because I've heard that eyeshadows that are homemade are a lot more pigmented because they're able to be pressed and just made in the correct way, whereas machines sometimes miss things. Okay, so I'm just going to open up this primer. It just looks like a concealer pretty much, so I'm just going to take my finger into it and then apply that onto my lid and make sure everything is all set and ready to go. We're going to take this one that just looks like a skin color just to set the primer and make sure that it's not moving or going anywhere. Now I'm going into the 4th shade in, and I'm going to put that into my crease. And I am taking the same brush just because the other color was only a base color and it doesn't have a ton of pigment to it. I feel like this one's okay to take on the same brush. I actually really like how pigmented these are, and it's blending beautifully. But the one thing I will say is that just picking up shadow from this palette is so messy and there's a ton of fallout. We're gonna fast forward and I'll catch up with you guys when I'm done with my eyes. By the way, this is less of a tutorial and more of a review of these products, so I'm not going to be going into too much detail about how I'm doing everything, but if you guys want a tutorial on how to do this look, then make sure to comment it down below and I will get one to you guys ASAP. Alright, I feel like we've tried enough of the matte shades now to understand how those feel, and I'm honestly a really big fan of them, and I will be using this palette a lot. There are also some shimmer shades in here that I want to dive into and see what those would look like and see how pigmented they are. I want this one in the middle and this one in the inner corner. Ooh, that's very pretty. Oh, girl! While I was doing that, I noticed my under eye is so creasy. I'm gonna try to blend it out with my beauty blender and see if I can fix it. I knew this was gonna freaking happen. It's blending out very nicely, and now I'm just gonna rebake. Now I'm going to take this pinky shade and put that on my inner corner, which I'm really excited for because these are so pigmented and look so beautiful. Oh my god, look at that. Like, hello? Okay, after I'm done touching up the bronzer, I think what I'm going to do is take that setting powder that I got as a sample and use that as like an under eye brightener because my under eyes seriously look so dark. Okay, it's right here. It's from Artisan Bath & Body, and it's just an organic aloe translucent powder. And I feel like this will maybe brighten up my under eyes a little bit, which I need at this point. See how much brighter that is? Now that's gonna sit, and I will do what? What is next on the agenda? Eyebrows! Okay, so I got this medium brown brow pencil, and it's a waterproof mineral formula. So it's from a place called Buffalo Gal Organics. First and foremost, I'm going to brush through my brows with this little spoolie on the end. It's actually a good color. This color on like the outside of this looks kind of reddy to me, and this looks more blonde. Hello, this is great. Okay, so now I'm just going to brush it out. I actually really enjoy that. The only thing I don't like is I was a little right with the color being a little off. It's kind of more on the orangey side of brown than it is on the ashy, and I definitely have more ash tones in my hair and in my brows than I do like on the fiery orange side, but I still like it, and I think if I got a different color I would like it even more. Okay, so now that the setting powder has been here for a minute, I'm going to wipe it out from underneath my eye just because we don't want any flashback. I wanted it to brighten up the under eye and not make anything like worse. Now from Illume Beauty, which I actually specifically remember this one because I had to go in and talk to her after I purchased it because I didn't send shades over that I wanted to try, but I got a sample set of blush. I got the color Peachy Golden. I got this peachy golden color. I got this pink and plum color. Passion Coral, which I think is the color that I'll be using today. Whisper Sweet and Wild Apricot. I think all these are beautiful. I just really like the peachy coral one because that's kind of like my favorite color for blush. So I'm going to try this one out. Hopefully I don't make too much of a mess of it because it's just like a little sample bag instead of in one of these like things. Okay, let's open up the little bag. It's weird. How do I get it on there? I got blush on the back of my brush. Actually, I'm gonna pour some on the back of my hand and pick it up that way. Okay, so there's enough on there. I'm just going to get it all over the brush and know that there's a lot of product on here so I won't go crazy. That's the prettiest freaking blush. Oh my gosh, it makes me want to go crazy with blush. So I'm really enjoying how this makeup look is turning out so far. Everything's turning out so smooth and flawless, and especially this eyeshadow. Now we're going to get into the setting spray, and then after that I'm going to be doing mascara. I don't normally like to do mascara then setting spray because I feel like it always bleeds down here. And obviously I have eyelash extensions, so I'm not going to be putting mascara up there, but I did get a mascara to test out for my bottom lashes. This is the Artisan Bath & Body Refreshing Setting Spray. Probably just pump it a few times. And basically my favorite way to do setting spray is to lean my head back and spray it in the air and then let it just fall onto my face. I feel like it gives it the most natural, fresh approach, and it doesn't make it just like plop right onto your face. I hate when I spray it and like a huge chunk of setting spray just goes and like lands on your face. It's just the most frustrating thing in the entire world. So I like to spray it up in the air so it can land naturally onto my face. Now we have these two highlights. These looked freaking insane on Etsy, so hopefully they're just as pigmented in real life. Okay, so it's from a place called Highlighter Studio, and I got the color Holy Glow and Lemon Fizz. So it looks like Lemon Fizz is this lighter color, and then Holy Glow is this little bit of a darker shade. I'm gonna do a swatch on my arm so we can see exactly how pigmented they are and what color we want to use on my face today. So first up is the yellow one. That's really pretty and super reflective. And this next one is Holy Glow. Whoa! I'm gonna open a brand new fan brush so we can see how it really works. There's no product on the brush. All my other brushes are like infected with highlight because I like it a lot. So I'm getting a new brush out so we can try it out and see exactly how this specific shade looks. Whoa, it's very like loose, a lot of excess powder. Ooh, that nose highlight is popping though. Now just to play it safe, I'm going to go in with my big fluffy brush and just wipe off excess so it's not like too crazy. I really like the look of this. So this is from Pure Anata, and it's a natural mascara. Really pretty. It's just if you wanted like an intense mascara look, it'd be really hard to get that with this. It's alright. I just probably won't use it again because I do like a very intense mascara look, and I feel like that's not what this is giving me. And for our final step, we have a lip color. It's from a place called Vintage Beauty Inc. And I got the All Natural Sugar Sand Sheer Nude with gold and light apricot. Oh, they have their own website as well, not only sold on Etsy. Okay, so this color looks a little bit darker in person than it does on the picture, but that's okay. I think it's a really pretty color, and hopefully it looks good with this look. It does look good with the look, it's just kind of like not the lip that I was expecting to go for. I was kind of going for my regular nude matte lip, and it's kind of like a rose gold. It's pretty, just not what I was expecting. Okay, let me look at my phone camera and see what my face looks like on this. Honestly, you guys, I'm very impressed. The thing that threw me off the most was the under eye creasing, and in the beginning when the foundation was sticking to that one specific spot, but it actually looks so good now, and I definitely need to go take pictures today because I didn't think my makeup was gonna look this good. I might film extra videos, like I don't know, it looks amazing. I'm going to set a 3-hour timer on my phone and check back in around 3 hours so that way you guys can see how the makeup is holding up throughout the day. Hey guys, I am just checking in, taking a look at how this makeup is holding up. I think right here is my main problem area. I don't think it's like bad, I just think there's some problem areas where my makeup normally doesn't hold up all that well, but it's just specifically holding up a little bit worse than normal. I really did like how this makeup turned out this morning, so maybe because it was my first time using it, I need to play around with it a little bit more and test what products I like to use it with. I feel like after that I'll find a really good way to use it, but as of right now, it's kind of rubbing me the wrong way. Alright you guys, that was it for this week's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe. Also, make sure to check out all my social medias. I will have them linked down below. Also, make sure to turn on that notification bell for always because you guys know YouTube has changed the algorithm a little bit and how you guys get notified. So if you want to be sure to see every video I post, then make sure to turn on those post notifications, follow my social medias, and hopefully I will see you guys later. Bye!